Hey guys, so in this video, I'm going to tell you guys what finally worked for me to manifest my dream person, okay? This is going to be a long video. If you really want to know all of the nuances and everything that comes up as you're manifesting a specific person, how to navigate the bridge of events, I'm going to clear up and clarify the most common misconceptions, and there's a lot of them. Okay, there's so many of them that it's really hard for me to cover, especially with all of you guys commenting, and this is the video where I'm going to clear all of those things up. There's so many things that people just don't know that happen along the way when you're manifesting a specific person, especially if this person is your dream person, right? Like the bigger the dream, there's a lot of things that come up along the way that if you know these things, it's going to help you understand that you're doing it right and that you're on your way to that bridge of events, to that manifestation unfolding. Also, this is going to be part of my series playlist on my story. And this is going to clarify a lot of the questions that you have specifically about my story and what I went through and what was relevant to me, because there's a lot of misconceptions about that specifically too. So, like I said, this is going to be a long video, but if you really want to know, then watch all the way until the end. And I promise you're going to understand so much more about what the journey of manifesting your dream person really is. By the way, manifesting a person out of thin air, like constructing them deliberately from scratch, and manifesting a specific person, there's no difference. You're going to apply the same concepts. The only thing that is different is your deliberate intention with it. So I've done both. I can do both. And actually manifesting my dream person from scratch, now that person is my specific person. And actually, like, the whole thing really helped me have an even better applicable understanding of how to morph my reality the way that I want it to be, right? Because sometimes when you have that person in front of you, it's harder than morphing someone from scratch. So now I've done both. However, your person automatically conforms when you change and when you shift your own vibrational reality. The outside automatically conforms. That's quantum leaping. So if you want to know about that, I'm also going to cover that in this video. So sit down, grab yourself some tea, because I'm about to spill the tea. This is going to be a good one. And let's get started. I don't know how long this video is going to be. I just know that it's going to be a really, really good video if you want to know about not just manifesting a specific person, but manifesting your dream, like whatever the epitome of your relationship is to you. Okay. I've been at this for 17 years. So this is like a really big moment where I manifested something that was beyond what I had ever done before. So again, I'm going to put that playlist to my story so that you can catch up on the other videos down below for you guys. But we're going to start with number one. I'm going to give you as many step-by-steps as I can here, and I'm going to clarify along the way what everything means, okay? It's especially those common misconceptions that you really, really want to stay tuned and know about. Okay, if you haven't already, make sure that you click the like button, subscribe, hit that bell, and I go live 3 days a week for you guys. Okay, so make sure that you're checking out for my videos. So the first thing that needs to happen when you're manifesting a specific person, and the first thing that I did, no, back up. The first thing that I didn't do is believe in my person. Okay, so I've had this dream of manifesting a person, like a dream idea of a person, for a very long time. I think it's been like over a decade, right? And there were certain very specific things that I knew that I wanted. Of course, over time, that list grows. But I never actually believed in my list. And so what I did is I didn't manifest what was on my list. I manifested what I believed that I could have. And those things I manifested. Okay. And then what happens over time is you get to know that, you know what, this isn't actually my true desire because it's not specific enough. And so then you sort of come to this place where you have to be unhappy or you have to align with more of what you want and manifest more of what you want. Okay, so I've made many of those decisions along my way. So, step one is decide that you can manifest what you want. And I've been in a position where I did want a specific person, like let's say this was a decade ago. Let's say that it started there. And um let's say that you want a specific person, and let's say that you believe that they have a lot of the things that are on your list. You're going to find out in this video um how how to find out as you grow, like how to evolve and figure out, if they really are the person that is your list or not, right? Because that's a big question that comes up too. But you have to decide to believe in the thing that you want. Now, it's really, really difficult for you to know if you actually believe in the ultimate thing that you want or not. This is something that time will tell you, okay? Because sometimes being unhappy along the way to manifesting your person, like being unhappy in your relationship or with what you're seeing, sometimes it's because you're not like you're not believing in what you want, and sometimes it's because you're not aligning with what you want. Now, when you don't believe in what you want, you're not going to align with it, but it could be in front of you and you're not aligning with it, right? So you could like morph yourself and be able to project a reality where this person does conform to being the ultimate thing that you want. Or you could be in a position where you don't believe that they could possibly ever contain the thing that you want. That is a position where if you continue believing that and you don't change that, then you will realize that they are not actually the person that you want. Which one it ends up being doesn't actually matter. It only matters to you when you're in lack. And so the biggest transition that people make when they're manifesting a specific person or trying to is you have to learn how to come out of lack, which that would be characterized by no longer insisting on the who, what, when, where, how. Okay, so all of these things. One thing that I've had on my side for a long time that's been confusing to a lot of people who have watched me is like, I actually detach pretty well, right? I'm not insistent on outcome. I allow myself to grow and morph and change, and I don't have to be stuck on a person. I can upgrade and level up, right? So this is really about upgrading and level up. But then also, yes, there is a way to morph your person when you get your person. Okay, the person that won't morph isn't your person. So, but anyway, step one is always you have to decide to believe. You have to decide that you can manifest it, that it does exist, and you have to decide to act on it. If you say that you believe and there's no action that comes to mind that you can take to demonstrate your belief to the universe and to yourself and in your life, then you probably don't actually believe. Either that or you just know that the thing is going to come. But really, what would you do if you did believe? Because when you really believe in what you want, your wish fulfilled, you very easily detach from things that are not that. It's very easy to do. So if you're in lack in a place where you're like, oh, I don't want to detach from this thing, you don't actually believe in having the thing that you want, right? If it's a problem for you, and you can't artificially like make yourself detach and like pretend that you're in a vibration that you're not. You can't fake out the universe like that. You have to learn how to align. Okay. So, what will end up happening if you don't believe, like I didn't believe in my dream person for a very, very long time because I thought that I was different And that made me, and I am very different, right? I'm very different for a lot of reasons. That made me think that how different they were going to have to be just was going to be really hard to find. And that maybe it doesn't even exist, right? I wanted like certain combinations of types of intelligences, and I wanted a certain combination of bodily traits specifically, and like just many, many specific things that I was like, I've never even seen anyone close to that, right? Like, good luck getting that. So for a long time, I just didn't believe in it. Now, what made me believe? If you don't actually believe in your dream person, so you can equate this to either the dream person that you haven't met yet or the dream version of the specific person that you know now. Either one, either way, doesn't matter. So if you don't believe in that, what will happen is you will keep manifesting versions of reality that you don't like and that you don't want, until eventually you have been dragged through the universal mud so much that it's actually less painful to go ahead and believe in what you want and go with it and commit and dedicate yourself to manifesting it with your full heart and all of your might and all of your belief, and to take action towards it. That's what ends up happening to people, go or be dragged. And that's what happened to me. Is for a long time, I was like, you know what? We'll just manifest this instead. We'll just manifest that instead. We'll just do this. We'll just do that. We'll just do. And I manifested everything I wanted very easy. Okay. I can manifest people. But then at the end of the day, I was like, oh, shucks, that ain't it. You know? And this happens to everyone, not just me. The difference with me is that I am aware of my process, what is going on, and why. I'm aware of my conscious and subconscious thoughts, and I become more aware of my subconscious thoughts all of the time. That is part of being a deliberate creator. That is why gaining awareness um, is so important, because if you don't know what you're thinking and if your thoughts are subconscious, good luck changing your reality. But there is a way to make your unconscious thoughts conscious so that you have deliberate creative control over your reality. Okay? This is the best way to manifest, and that's a training. So, if you're not sure if you believe in what it is that you want, what would you do if you believed? Really? What would you do if you believed? Okay? Um, so at the time, let's say, not back up, let's say in the beginning of my playlist, my story, in the beginning of it, I told you guys that I had been married before, and I told you guys that I realized within this marriage that if I stayed with that person, which I really wanted to do because I just, like I said, didn't believe in what I really wanted. And I knew that it was going to be a journey to get it, right? I was like, can I just pick someone and be happy, please? Right. But no. So I came to a point where I just couldn't fake myself out anymore. And I just realized that if I stay with this person, I will never have the person that I want. And it wasn't that I hated the person that I was with, right? It was comfortable and whatever, and there was good things about that. But I knew that wasn't my truth. It wasn't my true desire. And I'm not the kind of person who can really, you know, I really like to be whatever the truest version of me is. That's what I really like to be my entire life, you know? So I was like, you're going to do it. Okay. So what I did is I came to this place and I was like, fine, I accept that I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for manifesting my dream person. And I said to myself that this will be easy. I will manifest this person that I'm with currently at the time. I said, I will manifest this person to break up with me and for him to make it easy for me. And I said that he will leave by himself and he will make it easy. And I said, he will try to get me back and I will not have him back. All of those things happened. And so I want to bring this up. This is a common mistake and misconception and a problem that I see a lot of people make when they're manifesting. So, exactly what I said happened. Something happened that made it easy for him to leave, and he left. And he left in a way that was easy for me. And then he did try to get me back later, and I refused him. Okay. But as this was all happening, I knew that I had manifested it because again, my subconscious is not subconscious. My subconscious thoughts are conscious thoughts, okay? So when it happened, a lot of other people, like when I get on the phone with one-on-one clients or when I talk to people, they might usually I notice it with one-on-one clients because we're working over a period of time. And they'll be like, "Oh my God, this thing happened." And I'm like, hold on a second. Isn't that exactly the thing that you wanted to happen? When you look at it like this, and I'll reframe it for them and I'll help them remember. And they're like, "Oh yeah, that is what I want." So this ends up happening to people that when you're in the middle of your bridge of events, you don't even really recognize how things really are working out exactly in your favor and that you're on the bridge of events. I recognized that and I knew it. So, like, literally in the midst of all of this happening, I was like totally chill and cool and calm. And I was like, okay, yeah, I'm watching it happen. And I was fine. And everything was fine. And I was like, I recognized and I knew that that was the first chain of events in my bridge of events unfolding for me. And so I knew I'm on my way to manifesting my dream relationship that I set out to manifest. That's a win, guys. That's a win. Okay. So there's like no better way. How better way could it happen than you say, this is going to happen and then it happens? Literally. So that's what happened to me. More tea. All right, and that's what happens when you know. When you're like really on point and you know what your true desire is and you fully commit and line up with it, the shit will happen easy by itself. Okay? That's how you can know things into being because you're on point with your true desire. I'm looking at my notes here. I have a lot of notes because this is like just a lot of stuff for you guys I'm trying to keep you up with. I'm trying to update you with. So, what else? It happened. All right. Here is something that you guys need to know when you're manifesting anything but a specific anything and a specific person, your dream life, whatever it is. So, sometimes you guys get really, really attached to a thing and you associate negativity with detaching. This is the opposite of the way that you're supposed to do in manifesting. You're not supposed to be attached to outcome and dependent on circumstances, and you're not supposed to depend on the outside world, period, at all. You want to learn to quantum leap deliberately and like change shit left and right and just morph your reality. Don't be attached to anything, okay? If you, that's just the way of the world is not the way of manifesting. It's the opposite. So whatever other people are doing that they're trying to make you feel bad for changing your life or changing yourself or changing your relationships, don't pay any attention to the world, guys. If you want to be a really great manifester, trust me, detach. So you can only manifest the height that you are able to believe in, which is why from certain states of being, you might want a certain thing or a certain person. But once you learn to love yourself or align and raise your vibration, suddenly you realize that you don't want that thing anymore. And so a lot of people ask me, "Oh my God, you've had so many SPs. Like, why have you changed your mind so much? What happened to your other SP?" And people just don't want to believe me when I say, I didn't actually love that person. That person wasn't actually my true desire. I have a rare gift that I allow myself to see what my true height and my true desire is. Most people don't allow themselves to do that. They don't allow themselves to really detach in order to level up. But if you want more in your life, of course, you're going to have to learn how to possibly detach when it is relevant. Okay. Now, when you manifest a person that is truly your true desire, you're going to be able to change the reality with them. But if someone is not your true desire, you don't have to make them be that. There's no reason to do that. And if you try, you're going to stay in lack and you're going to get not very good results. So, my videos and my channel are really for people who have been trying for a long time. And, you try the affirmations and you try all the tools and you try all the generic stuff that you find about manifesting that's out there. And if that shit doesn't work, come on back here because I'm going to tell you the little deep nuances and all the things that just you're not going to know if you're focusing purely on affirmations or something like that. You try to make it too simple. Sometimes it's not because sometimes you have beliefs that are in the way, like, oh no, I can't detach from a person. Sometimes you have to level up. And that's perfect, right? Because what's meant for you wants you. What's meant for you is perfect for you. Love, when you have love, meets you where you are. It's not all that difficult. So I knew that I didn't love. If I knew that I didn't actually love a person, I would allow myself to level up from them. That's free will. That's free. That's good. And a lot of people need to hear that because you guilt yourself for pursuing your true joy, your true desire, for following your joy. And demonizing yourself for following your joy will keep you stuck and mundane forever. Okay? All right, hold on. Let me look at I'm live, so I'm going to look at here and see what people are saying. Focus on make your news story. Yeah, okay. So the next thing that I'm going to say, the next step out of this set of steps, there's a different set of steps, but this set of steps is, the most important thing that I started doing, and there's many things, right? I mean, God state is really important, and, learning bubble love and supernatural love is super important. Like learning how to hone the vibrations and just practicing is super important and continual reinforcement. But guys, here's this one thing that's like the next step that's like, it's so revolutionary that I'm starting to kind of teach everything around this concept. It's super important. And that is that you can't manifest if you don't love yourself. And you sure as fuck cannot manifest a partner who loves you. And you sure can't manifest your dream partner and your dream life and your dream job and your dream money and all the things that you want if you don't love yourself. That is where the love that you manifest into your world comes from, is you loving you first. And I know that this is very ambiguous to a lot of people. They don't know what that is. Love is a practice. Self-love is a practice. And this is the most important part, is that when you're learning how to manifest, you are learning how to hone an energy and a vibration. And that is the only thing that really can manifest the height and the truth of what you want, really. You can manifest a lot of things purely from the mental body just by knowing it, but you're not going to experience emotional, vibrational, energetic satisfaction and the full potential of all the things that you want in your dream reality if you're not able to harness the vibrations that you want. You're going to find yourself not in control, right? So it's yeah. So hold on. If you don't love yourself, you will end up having an unrequited love situation with a person where you'll lack them, you'll want them, you'll wonder why they don't want you, you'll feel bad about yourself, you feel like you can't live without them, you'll feel like really attached, like you really need to be with them. You won't be able to detach from a person, and you won't be able to stop feeling bad about yourself, guilt, whatever it is that you're feeling that's bad, until you really learn and practice loving yourself. when you really learn and practice loving yourself, that is when it all starts popping. And that is when you'll make progress. And that is when you'll start manifesting left and right like a cosmic red carpet rolling out before you. Everything that you want your person to do for you, everything that you want life to do for you have to do it for yourself, because you don't manifest what you want, you manifest what you are. And so that's what I did. I started being all the vibrational, energetic, characteristic things that I wanted to obtain and attract in my reality. I beed it. I figured out how to be it. This is a feminine magnetic trait. Okay, so that's why we're coming around to feminine, the art of feminine empowerment, feminine seduction, magnetism. Of course, it's like it's really an inseparable part and something that I found that really puts all of this over the edge. You have to love yourself first. If you don't love yourself, you will follow another person into lack instead of following your joy and manifesting your dream person and the dream version of reality that you want. So that's super important, and that's something that I learned. So let me see where I'm at with my notes here. Here's something else that you need to know. On your way to manifesting your dream person, you will encounter similar vibrations all along the way that help you align further with your wish fulfilled and help you purify. So it's like a ladder. So what happens with a lot of people is when you start raising your vibration and manifesting a person and embodying your wish fulfilled, you will start a lot of people say like, oh, I'm getting like people are coming out of the woodwork and people are starting to like, all these different things are coming to me, and I'm having all kinds of guys approach me and buy me flowers, and I'm having all kinds of proposals and engagements, and I'm getting all of this attention from guys, but where's my person? Okay, so you will automatically start attracting things that are like your wish fulfilled as you are crossing your bridge of events to your wish fulfilled. Okay? Because your wish fulfilled has an energetic vibration, it is a reality, but you're not there until you're there. So it's like a vibrational step ladder, okay, where the universe starts to give you little pieces similar to the vibration of what you say that you ultimately want. All of these are tests, and you have to pass the test in order to get to the next rung in the ladder. Okay, so so what does this mean? It means if you are embodying the vibration of your end, you will experience the vibration of your end no matter what is happening all along the way. You will interpret that your end is coming and that you are moving towards your end. You won't interpret anything negative. So that's the test. So if someone else is calling you, like your people are coming out of the woodwork, people call you, they're like, oh my God, like I want to get up with you, or I miss you, or can we, whatever, you're getting attention. If you interpret that sort of attention as positive, that means that you are in alignment with your end, because your alignment is what? It's things that you want, it's positivity, it's love, it's satisfaction, it's all the good things. So that means that you have to interpret good vibrations all along the way in order for that momentum to carry you to a higher, better, more momentous, dreamlike vibration of your end. Does that make sense? Manifestation works on momentum. You have to practice the vibrations that you want, similar to the end that you want to, in order to carry you into that uh like fully manifested experience. All right. If you interpret lack along the way to your wish fulfilled, you're not on your way to your wish fulfilled. If you're saying, oh my gosh, but like I'm getting this, but I'm not happy about that. And that's annoying me because I want this other thing over here. I don't want this. I want that. I don't want this. I want that. That tells you that you're in a lack vibration, not that you're embodying your end, not that you're embodying your wish fulfilled as if it's already done. When you're embodying your wish fulfilled as if it's already done, anything can happen, good, bad, in the middle, whatever, and you're still going to know that I'm getting my dream. So, what I did is I understood that concept and I was looking to perfect my vibration. So I wasn't trying to embody my wish fulfilled because I knew that I didn't actually have a handle on the quality of that vibrational reality yet. It's all about handling vibrations. Okay, in essence. And so I knew that I wasn't able to perceive the vibrational quality of my perfected dream. I just had ideas of it. So, what I was trying to do is I was trying to allow the universe to bring me vibrational pieces of my reality that I wanted to manifest that would help me get more familiar with it and help me get closer to it. Okay. More notes. So I didn't manifest anyone for a long time because I was adding vibrational information into my basket. I was letting the universe show me what I wanted. Oh, you want some of this. Oh, you want some of that. I was perfecting the dream and coming as close to like the full picture as I could get to it. So I was getting clear and adding things to my basket. Here's another set of steps for you guys, because you won't be able to do this part if you're experiencing triggers and traumas and reactions. And if you're just not in a good state, you won't even be able to identify or get on board with much that is positive, let alone get yourself going with any good momentum. So if you're not feeling good in your life, step one is always figure out how to get neutral and peaceful. Okay, which means no matter what is going on around you in your life that is your reason for not feeling good, you have to recognize as a deliberate creator that these things that I am perceiving that are happening are not making me feel anything. My feelings that I'm having and projecting are separate from the circumstances happening outside. And so I will tell myself that if I ever need to hear that from myself, and I will allow myself to understand that I don't have to feel any certain way about any certain thing. That means that I will allow myself to drop the negative feelings, to drop the tension, to drop the resistance, to drop the stories, drop the worries, drop the fears, drop everything, so that I'm no longer experiencing fear, panic, anxiety, whatever it may be, right? Drop everything. And I'll train myself into a neutral, peaceful state that is non-reactive. Now, when I see that I'm in a non-reactive, peaceful state, that is where I will start moving towards intending to feel good, bliss, positivity, love, happiness. That's where I'll start really trying to follow my joy and harnessing good vibrations and practicing in that way. So if you feel bad, you just want to start dropping the bad, dropping the stories, dropping the worries, and getting to a neutral place where you don't have to feel bad and you don't have reactions and triggers. Once you are there, then you can start trying to feel good. Because if you're feeling bad and you try to feel good, you make it worse. Ooh, that is a big one for a lot of people. So if you've ever tried to manifest and you got opposite results, that's why. All right, so that step one is neutral, peaceful state. Step two is harness the ideal vibration or the glimpse. Now, once you start harnessing or practicing positive vibrations, raising your vibration, following your joy, harnessing peace, bliss, ecstasy, love, all those things. This will get you in a vibrational vicinity where you can start to harness that perfect vibration that represents the reality of your dream that you want to manifest with your person. That's the vibration that I knew that I didn't have yet. And I was being really patient and like I wasn't in a hurry and I was having fun and I knew that I was on my way to the thing and I really wanted to get it right. That's why. I was like, this can take as long as it takes because I I'm going to get it right. And I'm not stopping till I do get it right. um so let's see. I'm just going to tell you step 3. Step 3 would be once you do get that vibrational glimpse that you're like, I know that that is the vibration that represents the reality and the quality of the relationship that I want in its entirety. Like I've got it, right? First, that will come as a glimpse, which means you can't really hold on to it. Then you will want to start going back and returning to that glimpse, practicing it, familiarizing yourself with it so that you can hold it longer. So you see how that momentum goes, right? You got this momentum down here with negativity. You got to make it neutral, and then you can start going up. All right. So I was at a point in my journey. Again, if you watch through my playlist called My Story, all of this will make more sense because I went through it before. I was in a point in my journey where I had not harnessed the right vibration yet, and I knew it. So I wasn't trying really hard to manifest the thing because I hadn't harnessed what the fuck the thing was yet. It's like I don't have that quality yet. I'm trying to get a hold of the quality. That's it. Right? Once I have it, boom, that shit's going to be done. But I didn't have it yet. So here's what I did. I became ready to figure out what that vibrational quality was. So I intentionally manifested a person to be my inspiration to come into contact with that vibrational quality glimpse of the relationship that I wanted. Anytime that you manifest a physical thing, it's always going to be a farther down the road momentum. So it's like a higher momentum than something that's just a thought or a word, right? Or a feeling. The physical manifestation is going to be a higher momentum. So I literally here's another thing that I was like, I said it and then it happened. I was going out to a place where I knew that there was going to be people. I talked about this in my playlist, my story. And I said to myself, I'm going to manifest a person. This person is going to recognize me when they see me. They're going to know that I'm their person. And this person is going to be my inspiration. And I manifested it that night. So again, on your way to your manifested dream, you are going to manifest qualities that mimic the ultimate dream reality that you're on your way to manifesting. If you're in lack, you will come across a semblance of the quality that you know that you want in your ultimate dream, and you'll stop right there and you'll try to attach to it, and it will disintegrate before you because you're not ready and it's not the thing, or it's not the time, or you're not ready because you don't know how to handle it and keep it going, right? So like there's a few different things that can happen there, but you have to know these things, right? In order to really understand what the hell is going on sometimes. So I manifested this person, and that meeting that person helped me really get in touch with that glimpse of the love vibration and the full quality of the relationship that I wanted. Now, before you actually fully believe and are ready to manifest your ultimate thing, you're going to have shit to work out. You're going to have negative beliefs to work out. You're going to have negative traumas to work out. You're going to have, the things that you believe quite oftentimes are convoluting your reality. And so you will meet people and circumstances and situations that show you how convoluted your thinking is. And if you are a manifester, a deliberate manifester, and you understand this, you will look at the convolutions happening in your reality and you'll be like, what here is creating that? So, this is a skill that I have that I teach you guys to do in my Manifesting University at the high level tiers, where I call it reconstructing your reality, where you can look at what's happening and change your belief systems so that you can no longer manifest that convoluted stuff that's happening on the outside. And so this person ended up being like a really nice representation of things that I wanted to perfect and learn. I wanted to perfect unconditional love. This person was the perfect opportunity for me to do that. And I did that with them. Uh, a part of unconditional love is being able to really, really, really be not attached to circumstances. That's something that I got to master pretty well during my time with that person. And I knew all of this while I was going through it, right? But I also had some convoluted belief systems and ideas that obviously needed to be worked out. And that person helped me work that out too. And the other purpose that they served was, of course, helping me get in touch with the vibration that I knew was manifesting my dream. And so, through this person allowed me to experience feelings and realities where I was able to feel that oneness, that the one energy, soulmate energy, like love energy, connection, things that I had never reached before. These were all like it's kind of all like a dress rehearsal. You know, when all the things are not completely aligned and all the things don't completely make sense on all the levels, mind, body, spirit, heart, but there's a lot of qualities there that are right and are the thing. You're just supposed to practice the things that you know are right and focus on the things that you know are what you want. And then allow the other things that are undesirable to teach you whatever it is that you need to learn in order to continue being in love and coming into love. So that is what I allowed to happen. I honored that relationship. If at the same time, you have to be able to honor these physical things that show up in your life as perfect and right for you in the moment. Perfect and right for you, and you honor them and you love them, and whatever purpose it is that they serve for you, you have to allow it to serve that purpose. Otherwise, you'll be stuck and you won't move on. The point is to grow and change, not to stay the same. The reality that you want to manifest, that is your dream with your dream person or in the dream form that you want them, is a completely different reality where you are a different person, they're a different person, beliefs are different, the thinking is different, the feeling is different, all the things are different. So, a big part of manifesting is change. What is manifesting if not change? And if you manifest your reality, then guess who's got to change? You. So, I allowed all of those things to happen. What I had before in all of my relationships that was different than what I have now in my dream relationship is this. In my past relationships, all of them, the connection was non physical and emotional, right? So I don't mean it was, I mean, the connection was like a heart based connection. It was like, I've been able to manifest bubble love and all of these love, like deep, earth shattering love experiences. Okay. That have completely changed my world and changed me as a person and helped me grow. Lots of things. But what I have now that I didn't have before in the other relationships is alignment, not only on the heart, vibrational, emotional level, but what's at the mind level is a match and makes sense. The heart emotional level is a match and makes sense. And the body level is a match and makes sense. That's your dream. Your dream is not leaving anything out. It's a match, mind, heart, and body. So, like, the things that they contain realistically and mentally and pragmatically make sense. Okay. Then you have the feeling of connection and love. Then also, you like them physically and you have um, a compatibility and a chemistry on a body level. These are all levels of your being where when someone is good and right for you, they can bring you into more love and alignment. You can rendezvous in more love and alignment with them. I've had relationships with people that I really loved, but I knew that things were off in the mental and body areas. But when someone is your true desire, that's not happening. It's all good. Okay, so that's an example of how you can really love someone and you're sort of not really thinking about or counting the things that could potentially be more aligned. Now, as far as changing a specific person, here's the interesting thing. I've always said that when someone is your true desire and when you really actually love them, when you really actually are aligned with them, it will be easy for you to manifest them and change them. But you can also manifest and change a person that you have a superficial desire for, because I've done that too. However, when you manifest a person that, let's say that your motivation is impure, so it's kind of, they're not your true desire, so your motivation can't possibly be completely pure, right? You just kind of want, let's say that you want to manifest feeling more secure and satisfied and having a companion and feeling better about yourself, right? So you manifest that person, but you can manifest them all you want. They're never going to satisfy you anyway. And the fact that they don't satisfy you no matter what, it's just this vicious cycle. And it's kind of like if you're on a roller coaster ride and it's a back and forth thing, they're probably not your true desire. Because if they are your true desire and you truly love them, love is a momentum, not a cycle. Okay. When you meet someone that is your true desire, you figure out how to align with love, which, like I said, is a momentum, not a cycle. So, when it comes to manifesting my specific person now, that is, okay, so this is the person that I was dreaming about that they manifested, and I'll get a little bit more into that. But like now, it's a person in front of me that I'm manifesting, which most people think is two different things. It's not two different things. Before I met this person, I'm gonna explain more on this. This is like a really, really huge thing that I'm learning how to do like way better than ever before. And if you learn how to do this, you're gonna be a super duper manifester. Like this is the way to go. Like this is the way it's supposed to be. But literally, like your person conforms when you change. You don't try to make someone change. You don't have to do anything. You literally change yourself. You literally change your energy, your vibration. You change your reality. You jump into a different reality, which is a feeling quality. It's a quality that you can feel. If you don't feel different, you haven't changed. You have to feel different. And when you feel different, you'll interpret your reality different. So I have the ability to like perceive what reality that I'm in and what I'm doing and where I'm at. I don't think that everybody has that because you haven't learned how to be aware enough, right? But this is something that you learn over time with commitment and practice. So basically, I notice when I'm in a crappy reality and then I've watched like clockwork, like a symphony, right? Shit just goes wrong all over. Shit just, oh, look, there's more of what I feel over there and more of what I feel over there and more of the crappy that I feel over there. But I know it's me the whole time. And I'm like, okay, get me out of here, right? So then I start changing. I change myself. I change myself. I change myself, which I can do in a day. And then I watch my reality change. Oh, look, there's more of what I feel over there in a good way. There's more of what I feel over there. Oh, look, there's more of what I feel over there. And I look around and I'm like, oh, look, It's all different now. Now we're in heaven. And what changed? Me. And what did I have to make change? Nothing. I just changed me. It's literally how manifesting works. That's how it happens before you meet them. That's what happens after you meet them. But after you meet them, it's harder because you start thinking that they have some sort of control over you or that they can affect you. You start thinking that they, as a circumstance, have a say or that it matters. For God's sakes, circumstances never did matter. They still don't matter. And the more that you can train yourself to know that, the more surprised and happy that you're going to be. Happily surprised when you change and everything else changes. So I manifested this person to be my inspiration. And let me see what I have here. In order for that to actually work, I had to actually love that person. So I had like a real love experience with that person. Okay. In essence, like I said, you're always practicing vibrationally for the next thing coming up. It's like a rehearsal until you really got the energy and belief systems right. When you really have the energy and belief systems right, that shit takes care of itself. It just goes. And then you kind of monitor it, and you do have to be consistent in whatever it is that you're doing. There's like a huge commitment there to like remain in a certain state. So I just want you guys to know not to like attach to a thing because you recognize some of the components of it. If you start depending on the thing to be the thing that you want it to be, then you're no longer being the thing that manifested the thing to be the thing that you wanted it to be. Oh my God. So here's where I really quantum leaped. And here's what separated the men from the boys. Once I caught or got a hold of the vibration that I knew represented my dream relationship, I started practicing it. And I made all the people in my reality, it wasn't about any one person. And if it was, I wouldn't be where I am now. You can't be attached to a thing and demand a thing. That's part of everybody knows that about manifesting. You don't get to determine the how. You don't get to insist. You don't get to be attached and insistent. You get to create the energy that equals the experience that you want to have. If you meet a person who inspires you to feel amazing, use them to feel amazing. I used to use Dwayne Johnson for that purpose. I've used other people for that purpose. Use your own inspiration. I manifested my own inspiration. But you gotta feel the feels. That's what manifests. So I started practicing that and following my joy, which when I started following my joy, loving myself more than anyone or anything else, right? So I had to learn how to love myself more than this other person. That's what you have to do. You have to love yourself first, because if you don't love yourself first, it's all going to fall because you're the one holding it up to begin with. And if you're not holding it up with a good solid foundation of love, the shit's going to fall. Everything's going to hit the fan. Everything. Because you are the leader and the creator of your life experience and your reality. And if you are not projecting love onto the screen of space, everybody in your reality is going to be fucked, including you. So it's up to you to hold like the candle and be the lighthouse of love. You have to love yourself first. And when you're actually being loved, that does not equal selfishness in a way that is going to have any negative effects whatsoever. To think that self-love can possibly hurt anyone else is a fallacy coming from a lack-minded people. Love is love is love is love is good for everyone involved. The more love that you have for yourself, the more that you can give, the more that you hook up to the energy that creates worlds, the more that you can create like magic in your life, and you'll have love to spare. But that is the lesson that I had to learn with my inspiration because I was so good at love. I loved too much. I loved other people more than myself. And that's why I could never have what I wanted because you can't love someone else more than yourself. You have to love you because you're the God and you're the creator first. Ooh, so basically learning that lesson was really, really, really freaking hard because it turned everything that I thought on its head. And I was like, aren't I supposed to like be a good person and love other people? And it's like, no, if you're having an unrequited love situation, that's literally verbatim the universe showing you that you love someone else more than you love yourself. And if you want to balance that out in your reality, you have to love yourself more than you love anything else. That shit's just a reflection. Don't believe the reflection. You're real. So it all starts with you. So I started following my joy, pleasing myself. This is a feminine trait. Feminine qualities right here. Magnetic qualities right here. Feminine seduction right here. You want to know these things? This is what you do. You love yourself first. You follow your joy. And you don't allow anyone to bring you into lack. So what I started to notice is that the more that I was following my joy, the more it was taking me away from that other person, the inspiration. I didn't need him anymore for anything. I already had the inspiration. That's what I manifested him for. This is the part where people get tripped up. They're like, "Oh my God, I want the person." And it's like, I remember when I manifest people, I remember my intention that I had when I manifested them. That helps. I knew he was the inspiration. I wrote that shit down. I remembered that. But if I was in lack and if I was someone else, and if all this was subconscious, I would think that I'm missing out on something. I wasn't missing out on something. He was a stepping stone. Did I have fun with it? Because I honored it? Yes. But it's a journey, guys. It's a journey. Let it be a journey of perfection, of unfolding, of blossoming. It's like orgasm. You don't want it to come and be over. Like, you don't want that. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes you want it to be a journey. So I started following my joy. It took me away from that person. And the universe also led me to become way more feminine and get way more serious about being feminine. What is being feminine? It's being in touch with you, loving you, following your joy, being all about, like happiness, love, bliss, pleasure, ecstasy, right? All the feel goods, taking care of yourself, glowing up. It's about sitting back and knowing that you don't have to make anything happen. You're enough and you don't have to do more to get it. It's about knowing that you don't have to do anything. It's going to come to you. It's going to come to me. It's going to come to me. Because if you feel like you have to do something to make a thing love you, you are not knowing your worth in that moment. And so how can you get a thing when you don't know your worth if you manifest what you are and what you know and what you believe? So this is where becoming feminine and magnetic became so important for me. I literally let the universe talk to me and coach me through it. Being feminine had never been that important to me because I was already kind of feminine, right? It's an energy, not just a look, So I listened to the universe when the universe was telling me, "Hey, you really need to be more serious about being feminine." I was like, "Fine. Cool. Small price to pay, right?" Changed my fucking life. So I learned how to sit back and know that it's all coming to me. I learned how to be the fun and know that I'm having fun no matter what. And I learned how to be in this playful love, bliss energy that was so pleasing to me that no matter where I did, whether I was by myself or with someone else, I was always having fun. I had no need or lack in my energy. I didn't need a thing. I was the thing. And then I met the person that I'm with now. And there is no way for me to explain the supernatural bubble love cosmic red carpet fireworks that rolled out when that all came to be. And it was mutual. We've talked about it, but there's really no way to express it. Now that was I literally manifested that using the tactics that I was teaching in supernatural love. And it literally, like, this is the point where I had said to myself, okay, we're going to manifest it now. And I got really serious about actually doing all the things to practice the energies to bring this about because I had perfected my glimpse. My glimpse was there. And I was like, I'm not going to lose that glimpse. I'm not going to lose that glimpse. I'm going to keep that glimpse. I'm going to keep getting familiar with that glimpse. I was like all about that glimpse. I was not going to lose that glimpse. I was like, I'm going to make this glimpse is going to be my entire life. And that's exactly what I did. So in supernatural love, which I have that in the description below, that's got to be like a staple from now on because it's just like one of the best freaking things I've ever done in my life. And so in supernatural love, I did all the practices to hone the vibrations of love, bliss, ecstasy. And I quantum leaped into a reality within 3 weeks that was completely supernatural love, completely bubble love. And I was like, I'm going to do this shit and I'm going to do this shit for life because shit's not fun if you're not doing this. Like, if life is not fun, why can't it be fun? You are the deciding factor. Like, do the thing and it's going to be worth it to you. And your whole life is going to be supernatural love. And there's no reason why you can't manifest any fucking thing that you want. So 3 weeks, guys. And it was bam. And how did I know when I met this person that they were my person? Well, besides the physical characteristics, that he had every single one. Yeah, there was a lot of, I mean, I'll just tell you some things right off the bat, like physically. So the height was right. The color skin was perfect. Exactly like the look that I like, right? The body type, exactly. Other things, exactly, that I can't say. Also, what I like to manifest in my person is an element that is foreign to me, but not a language barrier. So this person has foreign elements that are completely new to me, but they're not from any foreign place. It's just this really interesting thing, right? First language is English. That's very specific for me. Like, there's lots of other things, just so many things. But essentially, how did I know? Because when I met this person, I had been practicing the vibration for a bit. This vibration was my whole reality. It was very familiar and very specific. And when I met that person, he felt exactly like what I had been practicing, manifesting him. That is manifesting. You practice the vibration, you get verbatim what you're practicing. But you're not going to really notice verbatim that you manifest what you've been practicing if you're not doing it deliberately and on purpose and if you're not noticing what you're doing. So it's like so much easier when you do it on purpose, which is what we did in supernatural love. Okay. I swear that's like one of the best courses I've ever done. Like, that's going to be better than the 7-step course, which is my most popular. And I'll tell you the truth that whatever's in supernatural love, that's the shit that I'm going to do forever. Because it really does come down to supernatural love was all about practicing bubble love, being in bubble love, manifesting bubble love. You got to get yourself to a place where you can feel what you want to feel. Once you can do that, that's the most powerful way for you to manifest things in your reality is by being able to control how you feel. You can manifest things here, you can manifest things, but you're going to get more of what you feel. So you may as well make it your job to feel good. And the thing about feeling good is you can't make yourself feel good. You have to love yourself into feeling good. So that's what I taught in supernatural love. in a sneaky kind of way, a fun way, right? But it works. So, what else did I want to say? Does anybody have questions about it? Here's the thing is that, I get so many questions about how to manifest your specific person and all of these things. I can tell you what to do. You know, there's lots and lots and lots and lots of people who watch all the videos and all the books and all the things, still don't feel like they have it down. And they get, on the roller coaster and they're like, what the fuck am I doing wrong? And people just can't figure this shit out. Here's why. Because you can't just know a thing. You have to make it a lifelong practice that you are committed to. You can't just know a thing. You have to do the thing. You have to be the thing. You have to wake up and do the thing. You have to wake up and be the thing. And you have to continue wiggling your way into the reality that you want. And the best way to do that is to surround yourself with the right influences that help you do that. So, in my Manifesting University, that's literally what I do. I go live twice a week. I'm going live this weekend with fantasy. I'm going to teach you guys way more specifics on this weekend we're going to talk about how to transcend your trauma, because you can't manifest your person if you're having trauma responses. And that is something that I taught in Supernatural Love, because you just can't leave that out, right? That's something that you have to take care of first. So this weekend in lesson 2 of fantasy, we're going to talk about how to transcend your trauma so that instead of manifesting more of that, you can just start manifesting your fantasy. And it'll happen really quickly when you start doing that. But yeah, so in my Manifesting University, I go live twice a week. I do practices with you guys. You can ask me questions. There's homework. I'll tell you what to do, and you're getting lots of theory. Okay. So this was a long video on that had a lot of explanation and theory. Just a little teeny tiny example that this wasn't even organized, right? In the Manifesting University, it's a lot more organized. There's so much information that you're going to get there, but you're also going to get the influence, the practices, you're going to get just all the things. Put yourself in a place that demonstrates to you your commitment, that you're serious, and go for it 100 fucking percent. If you believed in it, what would you do? So sometimes it's even hard for me to get myself to wiggle in a direction, but I have to get myself to wiggle in that direction. And guess how often that I regret it when I do that? Never. I never regret wiggling myself into a more positive, loving, feel-good, blissful, harmonious direction. I never regret teaching myself how to drop resistance, drop worry, drop fear, drop circumstances, and how to love more. I never regret teaching myself how to reconstruct my reality and quantum leap. So if you like this, do it, commit to it, do whatever it takes, because this will change your life forever, and this will be the only thing that you ever need to manifest everything that you want in your reality. If you're still watching, that means you like the video, so make sure that you click the like button, subscribe, hit that bell, and I'm going live a few times a week, so I will see you next week. And if you want to see me live this weekend for lesson 2 of fantasy, I'm going to have that link in the description below and in the pinned comment below.